Welcome back to the Perek Project, where in just a few minutes we look at the timeless wisdom of Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Father, and discover how many meaningful insights it has for our modern day lives. I'm Gila Ross, host of the Power Up podcast. Last night, as I was sat typing up notes in preparation for this episode, one of my daughters piped up and said, "Why are you always busy with the Perek Project?" She may not have said it so politely, the truth is. But I stopped and I started to explain to her, and I said, listen, do you know what the upcoming mission is about? It's about the 10 miracles that took place in the Beit HaMikdash, in the Holy Temple. And I said to her, how many people are interested in hearing about that? And she very bluntly said, not me. And the truth is, there are two amazing takeaways that we learn from this. So bear with me. The truth is, as my daughter pointed out, the Beit HaMikdash was a different world. It was where God rested his divine presence, and as such it functioned according to different laws. The laws of nature for the most part were suspended there. In fact, we're told that it functioned according to the conditions of the world before the sin of Adam and Eve, and as a result of that sin, deterioration and loss came into this world. So in the Beit HaMikdash there was none of that. So let's look at a couple of the miracles that took place there for the benefit of the Jewish people. So we're told that number one, that there was an altar outside, and on that altar there was a fire that constantly burned. And even though it rained, the rain never extinguished the fire. Now if you think about it, God could do anything. If he's going to make that miracle, why not make a miracle that it never rains on it? But God did it that way to teach us something so important. The Hebrew word for rain is geshem, which is related to the words of gashmius, which is our physical world, our materialism. And the message that God was teaching us, that we have until today by remembering this miracle, is that sometimes we are swamped with the rain, we are swamped with the physical world, we are overwhelmed with what we have to do in the physical world. But we can never ever let it extinguish the fire, our burning commitment to growth, to Torah learning, and to spirituality. One of the 10 miracles that the Mishnah lists is that this amazing thing happened, that when the Jews came up to the temple for the 3 festivals, Sukkot, Passover, and Shavuot, that even though it was so crowded that we're told that the people stood crowded together, there was hardly even standing room, but when they prostrated themselves, when they bowed down, there was ample space, a miracle. But also an important takeaway for our lives. When a person stands upright, there's no room for others. But when we bend down, when we compromise, when we think about other people, we see that there is plenty of room for others. And a truly humble person is someone who can bend themselves, who can think about the greatness of God and how we fit into God's plan. And when we do that, when we have that state of mind, we realize that there is plenty of space in the world for us and for others too. So there we go. 2 miracles that happened in the Beit HaMikdash, a world away, and yet 2 incredible mindsets that we can adopt to make our own lives and ourselves better. Number one, that no matter how overwhelming life can be, to keep our fire of commitment to growth and spirituality going. And number 2, to have that mindset of bowing down, of realizing where we fit in God's place. And when we do that, we will realize that there is plenty of space in the world for us and for others too. Thank you so much for spending your time and listening today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And if this resonated with you in any way, please share, like, and follow us to hear future episodes. Thank you again for your time.